So tell me, Batman, have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? I mean, that's the wrong film. That's the wrong quote. That's not The Killing Joke. Hello YouTube, Ash here, or welcome to today's episode of Bashful Talks. On today's episode, we will be talking about Batman, The Killing Joke. Now this classic graphic novel is written by Alan Moore and is illustrated by Brian Boland. Published in 1988, this is considered one of the best Batman novels of all time. So what did I think of it? Well, let's get into it. So first and foremost, this is considered a Joker novel and not a Batman story. So, that's better. Joker time! So I will be going into spoilers for this video. As I mentioned, the book has been out since 1988, so yeah, you're gonna be spoiled. So if you haven't read the book, read it, give it a read, and then watch this video. Now the main plot of the book is pretty well known to any Batman fan. It's been mentioned in other things like video games, other graphic novels. I think it's even been touched on in a couple of TV series or TV movies. It focuses on the Joker's kidnapping of Commissioner Gordon. During the kidnapping, he also shoots Barbara Gordon in the spine, which actually paralyzes her. As we know, in the future, she then becomes Oracle. The Joker then takes Gordon to an abandoned amusement park, where he strips him, drugs him, and sets him on a roller coaster ride, where he sees a number of pictures of Barbara Gordon naked and bloody. These are pictures that the Joker had taken after he shot her. His plan is to drive Gordon mad, because the Joker in his mind believes that one bad day can drive a man insane. To prove this point, we get a number of flashbacks. Now these flashbacks are supposed to be the origin story of the Joker. However, if you read between the lines, they're not exactly true, because the Joker himself is saying that. There's even a point in the story where he says, I don't even know what actually happened to drive me crazy. So it could be that this whole origin story is bullshit. Despite his best efforts, Batman has been unable to locate Commissioner Gordon. However, then he finally gets an invite from the Joker himself. He shows up at the amusement park and the Joker does a runner. Batman saves Commissioner Gordon, sets him free, and Commissioner Gordon begs him, please bring him in, we want to do this by the book. After a quick chase, Batman finally catches the Joker and they have a one-to-one talk. He says he can help it. The Joker says, I'm too far gone, and then he proceeds to say a joke. Batman bursts out laughing, the Joker bursts out laughing, and it's over. It's left to the reader's interpretation. There's people who say Batman just arrested them, there's people who say they had a good laugh and they started over again, there's people who say that Batman snapped the Joker's neck. It's a really powerful ending. Now there's no denying the great psychological aspect of the story, the theory that one bad day can drive a person mad. We've seen it in true crime stories where people just flip and they go mad, so it was interesting to see it in a comic book form. However, I didn't really buy the whole origin story. I know the Joker's had a lot of origin stories, but this one has an out-of-luck comedian who goes to help the mob and then falls into some chemicals after he finds out his wife's died. Also, when you look at how his wife talks in a couple of panels and how she dies, which is really stupid. However, loads of people accept that this is the real origin story of the Joker. I really don't feel it that well, and I felt that's one of the issues I had with the book. Now before we get to my main issue with the book, let's talk about the cartoon adaptation for a moment. As you know, it was roasted because they added a lot of bit, especially the sex scene between Batman and Batgirl. It made no sense. People thought they just added it to add minutes to the whole cartoon. Now, that ties into what I didn't like about the book. It's so short. Now, it could be that I was overhyped on this book because everyone mentions it as one of the best Batman stories ever. However, as I was reading it and at the end, I thought, okay, this is going really fast. Okay, it's nice to have a fast-paced novel. However, this seems really short. You near enough know what's going to happen. There's, it's a simple plot. There isn't like any extra things. It's sort of like, oh, you can actually see the whole story in the trailer to the cartoon. I was expecting a deeper book, especially with it being always considered one of the best Batman story. And I thought, okay, it's over. I've heard all this. When I finished it, I read it twice to be certain I hadn't missed. I thought I had read a concise version because I thought, okay, is this actually it? I expected much more. I wanted more more to happen. It's sort of like, oh, boom, 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 it's finished. That's one of my main issues with it. It sort of like happened too quickly. And I know the story is great, and I do like the aspects of trying to drive Commissioner Gordon crazy. However, sort of like a couple of pages and it's over. I didn't buy into the whole Joker origin story, as I said. So yeah, I'm torn, because I do like the story of that, and it's nice to see how Barbara Gordon got paralyzed, and these events are always mentioned. Even when they changed, the New 52, they always kept this as a main story. As a person who likes books, I really don't consider it a good book because it's so short. Like, the plot says boom, 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 it's over, and that's my main issue with it. So in conclusion, I will give Batman the Killing Joke a 3 out of a 5. The story is good, but again, as I mentioned, the execution is not there. It didn't satisfy me enough, and yeah, I probably suffered from overhype, but yeah, I can't really recommend it as a book. I can recommend it as a story, but not as a book. So let me know in the comments, what do you think? Do you agree with me that it's not as good as people say? Or do you think it's the greatest graphic novel of all time? Also, hit me back with any other suggestions of Batman novels that I haven't read, so I'll give them a read, because Batman is one of my favourite characters of all time. So if you like this video, please hit that like button. I know a lot of people are going to hit that unlike button, because basically I've offended the holy treasure of Batman. But this is my channel, I have to be honest. If I didn't like it, I'm going to say I don't like it. And if I like something, I'm going to say I like it. So if you want to see more of my videos, please hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. I do 1 to 2 videos each week. And if you want to follow me on social media, I have Twitter, I have Instagram. So please follow away. From Special Talks, this is Ash, and I will see you next time. Bye bye!